My dear friends, welcome to HR Resonance channel. For the last 2-3 years, every year during April, I am bringing out a useful video on minimum wage, particularly Government of Karnataka, which received very well. This video is very important. The reason being, it is the obligation of the employer to comply with the minimum wage, which is a very serious and important act. In this video of 2023-24, one should know the announcement of the minimum wage of Government of Karnataka. In this video, I am trying to answer the questions on salary and rates of the calculation, how they should be there. Then frequently asked questions on what is the effective date of new rates of minimum wages in Karnataka, how many points the consumer price index, what we call CPI of Government of Karnataka, has increased in 2023. What was the Karnataka state average consumer price index in 2021? What was the Karnataka state average consumer price index of in 2022? These frequently asked questions are very important. Based on this only, the minimum wage points are decided, and based on the points announcements, one has to know and implement with it from April 2023. So further you view the details on by way of PPT on Karnataka minimum wages, know the announcement 2020. My dear viewers and subscribers, minimum wage is a very serious and important act. So it has to be followed, though the employer sometimes feel it is a liability. So in this video, Karnataka State Minimum Wage 2023-24, what is the announcement? How this announcement will happen, I am trying to provide the information. You must know under the minimum wage, there are two components, basic and a CLA, that is cost of living allowance, what we call in day-to-day language, variable dearness allowance. And also it is all based on the cost of index. That is another important aspect, and this minimum wage consists of basic and CLA. And also there are zones have been defined, 1 to 4 divisions. So what are all the zones that we can see the explanation in the minimum wage? Wherever the industry is falling, that they have to follow. And how this calculation is also made, that is also one should be aware. So before going for the 23-24, let me give an example of engineering industry for skilled workforce, that is in zone 1 per month was, that is existing now, basic 14,021 rupees 27 paise, VDA 2,233.20 paise, thus the total wage was 16,254.47 till the end of March 2023. Now, for example, again engineering industry in this zone 1 for skilled industry, that is for the 23-24, look the enhancement. Basic while remaining 14,021.27, VDA is 2,836.80, thus the total wage is 16,858.0 paise. You can make it a round. Thus the difference of rupees 603.60 paise, I am telling round figure 604, which is the rise additional amount by way of increased CLA in VDA column. So this one should know and implement. How to compute this one? Therefore, this additional cost of living allowance to be added to the 2023 CLA figure. For 22-23, another example I want to provide you on chemical industry, skilled wage per month was 14,021.27 paise. Cost of living allowance 2233.20, total 16,254.47. For the year 2023-24, like engineering industry, chemical industry skilled category wage per month is 14,021.27, VDA 2,836.80, total wage is 16,858.0 paise. Thus, you can see the difference of 603.60 paise rise, that is additional amount by way of increased cost of living allowance. Thus, accordingly, you have to understand, I hope by this time you got the point, average annual CPI, that is cost of price index, that is 8,398 based on 1960 equal to 100 series points for the year 2022. There is an increase of 503 points over and above the CPI figure of 2022, which was 8,901 points. Thus, industries are required to pay additional cost of living allowance of 603.60 paise for the year 2023 April to March 2024 as per the minimum wage notification of Government of Karnataka. And how this calculation, that is additional cost of living allowance, how that has been arrived. I hope by this time everybody is conversant, but however, for the information of first time viewers or for the refreshing of the existing personnel, the calculation of CLA 4 paise per day. VDA, that is variable dearness allowance or CLA, all categories of employees 4 paise per point per day, over and above of 8,901 points, that is 8,398 minus 8,901, that comes to 503 points increase, enhancement or change. This 503 points to be calculated by way of 4 paise per day, that is 212 into 30, that comes to 603.60 paise per month. So how to compute for, this is for the monthly rate. How to compute for daily rate? When it is 603.60 paise per month, per day wages has to be calculated by 26 divider or divisor, that comes to 23 rupees 21 paise per day, that is the per day wage which one has to be aware. Therefore, considering this for the year 23-24, again to giving an example of engineering industry, basic wage is 14,000, that is again for the skilled category, 14,021.27. The enhanced DA is 2,836.80. Total is 16,858.0 paise. That is the difference of VDA you can see here. That is 2233.60 earlier. That is still a 2022-23. When 603 rupees 60 paise added, that became 2,836.80. That is what the CLA as far as 2023-24 is concerned. So some more points you have to understand. This is how the VDA calculation is made, and accordingly the minimum wage every April is going to be revised, mostly by way of cost of living allowance, that is on enhanced point. However, for every 5 years there will be a revision of minimum wage. Accordingly, some changes have been taken place in the month of January 2023 also. For that, you have to refer to the refer to the notifications of Government of Karnataka. And all these notifications have been given in the website of Government of Karnataka Labor Department. You can view in the website about 80 industries, what they are all called is scheduled industry. Karnataka government has declared the minimum wage, which has to be followed without any hesitation. And a non-compliance for this minimum wage is a serious act, and it is a violation. Therefore, it is an obligation on the part of the employer and the compliance personnel to comply and follow, considering the cost of living also. Some of the things also further I would like to bring to your notice. Daily wage earners are also covered under the minimum wage. What is the daily wage? I have already mentioned that. Please note, women employees are also covered. In some of the people they ask this question, they are also covered without any doubt because they are also employees and workmen. And the prevailing wages that I have already told you. In that, what is the addition that I have mentioned. And the piece rate workers are also covered under the minimum wage, wherein the minimum wage, whatever that is fixed per day, that has to be taken into the consideration, and accordingly piece rate should be there. It should not be less than that. And also one should understand the categories of workmen, that is highly skilled, skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled categories of workmen. In addition to that, staff and worker supervisory categories are also there that one should know and accordingly follow. Then working on weekly holiday and national and festival holidays also, it attracts the wage, so that one should keep in mind. Work beyond normal working hours, what we call extra hours, that attracts the overtime. The provisions under the Shops and Establishment Act and the Factories Act obliged to pay twice the rate of the wage or double the rate of the wage. And Karnataka minimum wage is already defined and a notification is also there. I request all the concerned to go in the detail for more understanding. And a wage payment has to be made on or before 7th, that there is no any change as on now. Okay, so that is almost nowadays almost all companies, irrespective of the strength, everybody is following by month end or latest by 7th. And one thing also one should understand, contract laborers are also covered under the minimum wage. That is a duty of the contractor to comply and implement the minimum wage, and all the computations have to be made under the contract labor and the contract labor also. These are the points that one should keep in mind as far as the minimum wage is concerned. I hope everybody will follow this one. If you have any doubts, okay, please visit our website or contact me also. To the extent of my knowledge, I'll try to explain. Well, my dear friends, I hope this information is useful for many industries and trade unions and also to the employees. If you have your any views, please post your views or comments or any suggestions in our comment box of the video. And if you are liking this video and if it is useful, don't forget to subscribe to our HR Resonance channel, and also share and also like this video and send it to the maximum, bring awareness. Thereby I wish Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu, and let the standard of living be normal and everybody should be happy. Thank you very much for so far listening and viewing my video, and look for more and more useful video